But our guest for today is Raksha. She's a maths and economics graduate and a bachelor in education. She's currently working with the Union Bank of India and is based in Bangalore. She enjoys cooking and a good laugh at all times. And in her own words, she's a very jovial person, which we'll find out soon. So, Raksha, if I were to ask you to describe yourself in 3 words, what are the 3 qualities that you would attribute to yourself?
A happy person,
Yeah,
friendly, and kind.
right. So, have you always been like this since you were a child?
Yes, pretty much.
So, you had said that you were a defense child, right?
Yeah.
So, you must have changed cities, schools quite often. How many schools did you change?
Actually, in my case, not many, just two,
Okay.
but still, yeah,
Those two were enough for you.
yeah.
So you come across such different people, and there is always that trepidation that will I fit into the new background? As a child, would you say that you felt safe with all the things that were going around in your background as a defense kid, changing a school, with all that? Could you can you say that you had a safe childhood?
As far as school was concerned, it was the safest place.
Okay.
But many a times there have been instances when I've felt uncomfortable, especially while traveling in the school bus
Yeah.
or going for tuitions or otherwise. Anywhere when we were out of that protected space or our usual environment, there
Right.
was a sense of discomfort and fear that are we safe, will I be able
Okay.
to am I what do you say, safe enough to go anywhere alone, all on my own, without being accompanied by
Okay.
an adult.
Right. So you were very sort of dependent and comfortable with your parents in that sense.
Yes, if because many a times we've not lived in the army campus, we've lived
Okay.
outside that.
Right.
So in that case, my mother was more conscious in allowing us to go anywhere outside, especially in places which were little far away from my place where I was staying. Safe space, like whatever I the situation that I talked about was
Mm-hmm.
like what I remember more like mainly from my childhood. The only
Mm-hmm.
restriction which we had, or one probable reason for my mother to be little conscious was letting us to be out. But safe space need not be anything outside the home. People might not be feeling safe enough in their home itself.
Okay.
uh, we have been living in a nuclear family, but there are
Mm-hmm.
people who live in joint families.
Mm-hmm.
Then they might have come across instances which was not, healthy enough, so they don't feel
True.
safe with their own family
Yeah.
members.
Right. But so you're saying that it is not a physical location. So it is not the
Physical,
physical location which defines a safe space.
it should not be limited just to that.
So what else would you attribute safety in a space to?
First thing is safety would be that I'm unharmed in
True.
any aspect, physical, mental,
Yes. Yeah.
emotional, in any of the sphere. And safe space could not be that, it is not just that when if I'm going out, I'm not being attacked and I'm just coming back intact in one piece. Not just that. I should not be eve teased also. I should not be disturbed by bad comments also. So these are the other things which I feel add to safety of a place.
Absolutely. So those were the things that you were uncomfortable about while traveling on the bus or going out alone. And
Yeah,
possibly those were also the things your mother was worried about.
yeah. My understanding of equality is if a boy or if a man is able to roam around at 8 p.m., 10 p.m., whatever, fearlessly without any second thoughts, so should be with me as well, with the women as well. I should not have
Right.
second thoughts whether, it's too late. Should I go out or not? Or should I,
Yeah.
delay it for the next day? I'll go in the morning or during the
Hmm.
daytime.
Hmm.
So the first thing is that the time
Okay.
shouldn't define the time I'm stepping out of my
You
house.
experience inequality in your everyday life. What do you feel? I mean, have people made you feel somewhat not equal to others?
I have myself done that to me. I don't know the exact figures and data, but I have also
Yeah.
come across experiences of my own friends when they
Mm-hmm.
have narrated to me that, something inappropriate was done to them,
Mm-hmm.
and that too by people who were very much around them every day. Most of the times it happens by our very known and the close ones.
Okay. It is not strangers who do it.
Strangers too do it, but we are
It
more
is,
available. Uh, the accessibility to the ones who are closer to us is more.
yes, exactly.
In our society, that is not seen as a good thing which has been done to you.
Yeah. So,
And
what did
what
you
I
say?
feel is, I
Tell
said
me.
that reporting the crime or filing an
Okay.
FIR or taking
Right,
it to
right. Mm-hmm.
uh, governing body is a secondary step. The primary thing is education, educating the children about good touch and bad touch. And to put it in very simple words, what is a good touch and what is a bad touch? This is the very important thing which any child should be taught.
Okay.
And I think this should be the base, this is what it should be built upon, because a child is somebody, anybody below the age of 18 years.
Yeah.
And then you have their maturity level at different, stages. How
Mm-hmm.
would you explain the same thing to a 4-year old, 5-year old? Will be different than
Mm.
how you talk about it to somebody who's a teenager.
True.
So I think, the basic thing that we can start off with is to differentiate and, like to tell them the difference between what is a good touch and what is a bad touch. And if they
Right.
feel any sense of, discomfort, the parents should be they should be able to confide in their parents and, be open to them and tell them fearlessly that something is happening to them, something with which they are not comfortable. That trust should be there, that the parents would listen and
Exactly.
understand. Touching in inappropriate way,
Yeah.
on the personal parts,
Mm-hmm.
or any sort of comments which, pertains to anyone's physical attributes. So these two are the things which I'm able to think of as of now.
If somebody is showing a child nude pictures or some pornography, would you consider that sexual abuse of the child?
Yes, that also is an inappropriate thing. They should not be. I think POSCO has a provision for this as well. That also is considered as a sexual offense. Showing them
Yes.
nude pictures or taking their pictures for purpose of pornography and all those things.
Yeah. And suppose somebody was sharing sexual jokes with a child, would you consider that also as abuse?
Yeah, because like if nude pictures are also a part of it, then so is any sort of sexual content. Hesitation in, being alone,
Mm-hmm.
they would become very, they would want to be in their shell. They wouldn't want to come out and meet
Mm-hmm.
new people, or, be on their own. The person they trust all the times. There is some sort of change in their regular behavior. They're not
True.
talking much, maybe, or,
Mm-hmm.
any their daily routine, how uh, it used to be before is different.
Mm-hmm.
So, it might indicate that something is wrong with them.
Yeah.
Because I feel the priority should be to make the child feel comfortable. They, whatever has happened to them would have taken a toll on their emotional, mental well-being, and they would be probably scared
Hmm.
to, do many things, to be on their own or to be alone or to even talk about it.
Yeah.
And they might feel that they are not they don't have the capacity to fight this if it happens with them again. How are they
Hmm.
supposed to address such a thing? It might happen, they might get the feeling that it will continue to happen with them again, maybe
Right.
by the same person or by somebody else in the future. So the
Hmm.
first thing that I would be doing is to speak to the child, to
Hmm.
comfort the child, and to know
Hmm.
what exactly happened. No, it does stay in their minds.
Tell
Yeah,
me.
it is very traumatic. It would be very traumatic for them, and then
Hmm.
they wouldn't be able to forget it completely. The pain or the agony of it might reduce over the years as they grow up, but then it is something
Hmm.
which definitely leaves a mark.
So
That
she will
she has.
confront the chachu.
Yes. Difficult question, because some people might think that let's finish it off in the uh, let's finish it off in the house premises only, and let not this matter go out, because then it will be spreading, and then what the society will think, all those kind of things. And
Hmm.
suppose if it were a distant relative, then there wouldn't be much of a hesitation in filing a complaint.
So the closer the relative is to the person,
The more
more
difficult it
difficult.
is to.
Make it public.
If such a provision is available, then definitely it should be made use of.
Hmm.
A B.Ed course and I've had close interaction with children, I understand, like I am assuming I understand a bit of their psychology. So they understand and grasp more through pictures.
Hmm.
So instead of me just telling that, if somebody is touching you here, it is wrong, but if the same person is touching you somewhere else, it's fine. I would
Hmm.
go about this description through pictures.
Hmm.
That this is a good touch, this is a bad touch, this is not to be done, this should be done. You should not be fearful. You should, trust your parents, your elders, like your close family, your siblings, and your parents. And then, I mean, that is something with which, I would start off with. And
Yeah.
also, I would, very much stress upon on the statement that they need not fear anyone in reporting this,
Hmm.
because they are not the one who's wrong. They are not the
Hmm.
one who need to be scared. The ones
Hmm.
who've done wrong need to be scared, not them.
True.
So,
Absolutely true.
that concept has to be ingrained in their mind thoroughly. I am a Rakshan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Uh, can we have some fun time now, Raksha? It's just a rapid fire round. 2 seconds to answer, and we
Okay.
move on to the next question.
Okay.
It's fun, don't worry. So,
Okay.
food that you would die for,
Chicken.
animal you adore,
Dogs.
dream destination,
England.
a perfect day,
Sunday.
how do rains make you feel?
Happy.
Oh, sexually you are.
Not active.
E- so equality for you is
Being fearing no one.
right.
Nothing.
Great. And your safe space,
My home.
your magic wish.
My magic wish. Uh, to be more fitter and healthier.
Great. So, do you have any parting words for us?
What I want to say is like your organization is doing a great job by taking this
Okay.
matter out in the open,
Mhm.
and like you said that it was a thought-provoking thing when I said that children understand better through visual clues. So like when we were in 7th standard or 8th standard, I remember we
Uh-huh.
had Whisper Company coming to our schools and educating us about periods, and through
Right.
a documentary or a small ad clip or something like that.
Mhm.
Likewise, the documentary or the movie that we saw of 1 minute, that should be
Mhm.
shown in schools, and then children should be made to feel that now we are living in a global world, and then
Mhm.
all these matters are common, and they need to be educated from a very young age about all of this, so that they're able to protect themselves. They are their first arm guards. They
Yeah.
are their own soldiers, and they're able to take care of them. And that would happen only when we break that bubble of hesitation. And that would happen only when in school, and I don't know how many parents are there in our Indian society which would be open to talk about all these things. But in school, since we can talk about periods, why not this?
Yeah.
I mean, that is how I remember my first talk about that thing. So this could also be introduced to them like this.
Yeah. So it's like we have to break that taboo around
Yeah,
talking about these things.
yeah.
So, which is what we are trying to do. So, thank you so much for coming here today, despite all our
Network issues.
network issues. Yeah. So, let me thank you for our viewers
Yeah.
also for joining us on the session. And I would like to tell you that this is a campaign that we are conducting in partnership with the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. So we want to
Okay.
create a world free of child sexual abuse. So that's why we are doing this. And the Rakshan project that we are talking about is to skill build the youth between 18 to 22 years so that they become aware and they are able to recognize, identify, address, de escalate, report, and resolve sexual violence within the family and in the community. And this is necessary because we need to make people aware that 90% of the abuse happens within trusted circles. And yet it is severely underreported. So, what can the law do if the crime is not reported? We have the laws, but the crime is not reported at all.
Hmm.
So, with your support and your voice, we are trying to amplify the work that we are doing so that we can make people aware that why child sexual abuse is not reported, what to do when it is not reported, and how to create a safe space. So, thank you, and
Thank you.
very happy to have you here.
Same here. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Bye,
Bye.
Raksh. Bye.